5 months after my wife died, I took her broken glasses in for repair because I couldn't throw them away. They had snapped at the hinge a week before she passed. I'd found them in her bedside drawer while sorting through clothes I wasn't ready to donate. The frames were lightweight, smart lenses with discreet recording features she rarely talked about. Fixing them felt like finishing an errand she'd left undone. Daniel's shop had been our shop for years. He was more than a technician. He'd sat at our dinner table, toasted our anniversaries. When I walked in, he hugged me carefully, as if grief might bruise. He turned the glasses over under the lamp. "These have onboard storage," he said. "You want me to check everything before replacing the hinge?" "Doesn't matter," I said. "Just fix them." Something shifted in his expression as he plugged them into his computer. His jaw tightened. "Can you lock the front?" He called to his assistant. The click of the door sounded louder than it should have. He turned the sign to "back soon" and motioned for me to follow him into the back room. "Check the will," he whispered. "Right now. Before you're next." I stared at him. "What are you talking about?" Instead of answering, he rotated the monitor toward me and pressed play. My wife's face filled the screen. The camera angle was low, as if the glasses had been set on a table. She wasn't smiling. "If anything seems off later," she said calmly, "I need this documented." My stomach dropped. She spoke about meetings with the estate attorney during her illness, about my cousin Mark stepping in to help when she was exhausted, about being urged to simplify documents quickly because stress wasn't good for her recovery. "I haven't agreed to all of this," she said in one clip. "I may be tired, but I'm not confused." The timestamps showed dates from her final month, days I remembered only as hospital corridors and paperwork I signed without reading closely. There were no dramatic accusations, just unease, a pattern. Mentions of revisions she wanted to review later. She never got the chance. I sat down hard on the edge of Daniel's workbench. "She came in once," he said quietly. "Asked how secure the storage was on these." I didn't know why. A cold clarity replaced the fog I'd been living in. I had trusted Mark completely. He'd handled logistics when I couldn't think straight. He'd reassured me the will updates were minor. "Send me everything," I said. That afternoon, I called the attorney and requested copies of every amendment filed in the last 3 months of my wife's life. I asked for a formal meeting. 2 days later, I sat across from the attorney in a conference room that smelled faintly of paper and coffee. Mark arrived late, apologizing, wearing the same concerned expression he'd perfected at the funeral. I didn't confront him. I asked the attorney to walk me through the timeline of revisions. She did. Dates, signatures, witnesses. One amendment had been electronically submitted during a window when my wife was sedated for a medical procedure. I knew because I had been sitting beside her hospital bed, watching the monitors. "I'm sure there's an explanation," Mark said smoothly. I placed a flash drive on the table. "These are her recorded statements. From before that date, the room changed. Not dramatically, quietly." The attorney reviewed the files in private. When she returned, her tone was different, measured, firm. "We'll be freezing the contested amendments, pending forensic review," she said. "And I'll be referring this for further examination." Mark's composure thinned. He didn't argue, he didn't need to. The process had already moved beyond him. No one raised their voice. Authority didn't burst in. It settled across the table in the form of procedure and documentation. Control shifted from family assurances to recorded evidence. At home, I placed the repaired glasses on my desk. The hinge was seamless now, stronger than before. "I don't replay the recordings anymore." "I don't need to." Her calm voice, her careful phrasing, was enough. What unsettles me isn't only that someone may have tried to alter her final wishes. It's that I almost let grief make me blind to it. The investigation is ongoing. Some relationships have narrowed into formal communication through lawyers. There's no sense of triumph in that, just adjustment. Grief once felt like fog. Now it feels like focus. I couldn't protect her from everything at the end, but I can make sure her voice isn't edited out of the story she left behind.